moment of silence. And then after, we'll pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, you may be seated. All right, item number 3 is the recognition of our tenured teachers. We voted on this well, it wasn't last month, it was the month before last, but now it's all official with our documents.
Right, and what we're going to do is we're going to call each person up and present you with a certificate. Just to say this, tenure, being granted tenure is a great thing. It's not as easy as it. I'm going to date myself. When I started teaching, to get tenure, you work 4 years and you got tenure, as long as they keep rehiring you. Now there's so much more that you have to do and your school has to do to get tenure, and so it's a real accomplishment. Some of these people should have probably, when the pandemic hit, and I don't like making that as an excuse for everything, were eligible then, and we just decided that we needed to go ahead and just catch everybody up and everybody that was eligible, and it's a great accomplishment, and I want to congratulate all of the people here that got this that received tenure. And I've got these in alphabetical order, so if you would come up, and Mr. Morgan will present you with your certificate. Tina Fisher.
Congratulations.
Elaine Ford.
Congratulations.
Nicole Gold. Her husband's had some health problems, so I didn't think that she would be here tonight. Crystal Harmon.
Congratulations.
Allie Lancaster. Brian Lancaster.
Congratulations.
Liz Seals.
Congratulations.
Jennifer Strong.
Congratulations.
Dusty Vaughn.
Congratulations.
Marcy, and I hope I pronounced it correct. Donna said Savali. But
What happens when you marry a foreigner?
that's right. Congratulations. Landon Bevere.
Congratulations.
Jordan Burkhart.
Congratulations.
Carly Gray. babysit. Sarah Keeter.
Congratulations.
Boone Smith.
Congratulations, sir.
Last but not least, Chance Swartz.
Congratulations, sir.
Good job, Chance. All right.
All right, item number 4 is open public comment, and we do not have anybody that signed in, so we're going to skip to the corrections or additions and to approval of agenda. Now, I will make a note on here that we do have an amendment to the agenda. Item number 11, which is the approval of the 143 budget amendment, that is removed. We're not going to be voting on that tonight.
Can you
So-
say it again, Bobby, please?
Sorry?
Can you say that number again, please?
Yes, ma'am. It's item number 11. It's approval of the 143
Okay.
budget amendment. And it's not going to be, we will not have that tonight.
Okay, thank you.
So that's the corrections on the agenda. I'll seek a motion to approve the agenda as it is now.
Make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Lamb. Second by Ms. Lana. All those in favor say yes.
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 Those opposed, no. Yeses have it. All right, item number 6 is the approval of the minutes. And this is the regular session, January 11th, 2024. It was in your packet when you received it last week, so if there's any additions to those, please let us know, but I will seek approval for the minutes. I'll seek a motion for approval of the minutes. Motion by Ms. Sanders,
Second.
second by Mr. Gillum. All those in favor say yes. Yes.
Yes.
Those opposed, no. All right, the yeses have that. Item number 7 is the approval of the consent agenda. I will seek a motion for the approval of the consent agenda.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Lamb,
Second.
second by Mr. Dacus. Any discussion on this? Do you want to talk about these last minute additions here, Mr. Craig?
These were just some that came in after we sent out the agenda from football weight-lift-a-thon, which they have every year, and then just a general fund for the concession stands. The reason they're late is because they didn't get them in before I sent out the
Right.
But I approved all of them.
Okay. Sir, any questions about the consent agenda? All right, let's have a roll, let's not have a roll call. All those for the approval of the consent agenda, signify by saying yes. Yes, those no. Yeses have it. All right. Item number 8 is the approval of surplus property. It's 2006 Chevrolet cargo van and 1 Chevrolet truck bed. I'll seek a motion for the approval of surplus property, the approval to surplus that property. Motion by Mr. Gillum, second by Ms. Fitzhugh. Any discussion on this? Okay.
It's gonna go on gov deals.
Okay.
So, if you want a 2006 cargo van, you can probably get it pretty cheap.
All those for the approval of the sale of surplus property signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Yes. Those opposed, no. All right. Item number 9 is the approval of the 141 budget. What I'm going to do is seek a motion for the approval of the 141 budget.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Ms. Fitzhugh. Second by Ms. Sanders. Let's talk about it.
Can Mr. Quinn explain it?
Yes.
This is, there's no new money involved, this is just moving money to where we've underestimated salaries. This is we're starting the year-end process. So it has no impact on the bottom line of the budget. This is just moving money internally.
All right. Is there any questions? I'm going to ask a roll call on that, Madam Secretary.
Ms. Sanders? Mr. Gillum?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mr. Morgan?
Yes.
Mr. Dacus?
Yes.
Ms. Ritchie?
Yes.
All right. That passed. Item number 10 is the approval of the 142 budget amendment. I'll seek a motion for the approval of that budget amendment.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Lamb,
Second.
second by Mr. Dacus. Discussion?
Dr. Duncan.
Yes.
Dr. Duncan.
Yeah, we have 4 or 5 amendments here. We got 101, Title I. I moved some money out of instructional supplies to cover 5 additional tutoring contracts at our elementary schools. And then in 441, our Title IV funds, I moved some instructional supply money just to cover benefits on salaries. 801, Ms. Baggett, she moved some staff development money she was not going to expend this year to cover some more industry certification exams she was going to purchase for a CTE program. Ms. Robin, 901, it's a separate sheet than the previous 3. Just kind of like Mr. Gwynn said, year-end cleanup for her. She's moving some money out of instructional supplies and some equipment lines to cover salaries for various positions, insurance, and benefits. And the same in 912, her IDA preschool. She just moved some out of equipment to cover retirement benefits and some other purchases of equipment. If anyone has any questions, I'll be happy to ask them.
All right, is there any questions about the 142 budget amendments? All right, I'll ask for another roll call on that.
Mr. Dillon?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mr. Morgan?
Yes.
Mr. Dacus?
Yes.
Ms. Fitchue?
Yes.
Ms. Sanders?
All right, we've skipped item 11. We're going to item 12, which is the approval of the OT agreement with Rachel Roberts. Well, so what I'll do is seek a motion for the approval of the OT agreement with Rachel Roberts.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Davis,
Second.
second by Mr. Lamb. Discussion?
Ms. Crane.
It's an agreement with OT out of Clarksville to provide services for a student out at North Stewart.
So this is for an individual? Okay.
Her services are not going to be used for anybody else, correct?
No, that's not the fund.
Any questions on that? Okay. Let's get a roll call on that one as well.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mr. Morgan?
Yes.
Mr. Dacus?
Yes.
Ms. Fitchue?
Yes.
Ms. Sanders? Mr. Dillon?
Yes.
All right, item number 12. Now, I'm going to just explain a little something on this. This is the discussion and approval of a change of issue date to review date on the policy directory page. And you received a packet of these board policies probably about 2 months, close to 2 months ago, 6 weeks ago, for you to review. Basically, the issue date on those, we need to have a cadence review on them to say that we reviewed them and that we want to change the review date on that. And this, on the policy page, it says issue date on it, but we don't want that to say issue date anymore. This is on the cover page. What we want it to say is review date. We also want to update these. So you reviewed them. I reviewed them. If there's any of the individual board policies that we need to bring out for changes, we need to pull those out beforehand. But what I would seek a motion on is that we just change this on this page from review date to from issue date to review date, and update that we have reviewed those at this time. So that would be what the motion that I would seek, unless there's individual board policies that you saw that needed any revisions. So before I seek a motion, what I would like to do is just ask if anybody had any issues with any of the board policies that you've reviewed. It was just that packet. I'm sorry, not all the board. I'm sorry. I should. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Charles. These are in sections, so we had a section that we want to review. So was there none that you felt like I didn't see any issues with the ones that I reviewed as well? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to seek a motion that we change on this page from issue date to review date, and then update that date to this day right here that we're saying that we reviewed those, but that packet of board policies.
Just to be clear, it doesn't do away with TSBA also checking us. So this is just an extra layer of checking. That way we're, not doing them all in one time, so.
Thank you, Charles.
Make a motion. Change the issue date to review date.
And update.
And update the date, excuse me, sorry.
All right. Got a motion to change on this page here from review date, or from issue date to review date, and then update that date that we actually reviewed. I've got a motion for that. Can I get a second? I know it's a little bit confusing.
Second.
Second by Mr. Gillum. Do I need a roll call on this? All right, let's get a roll call on this. Oh, well, we've got the motion, we've got the second. Is there any discussion about this? I wanted to be clear up front about that. That's why I, tried to, describe it as best as possible and kept messing it up. All right, I'll ask a roll call on this, Madam Secretary.
Mr. Morgan?
Yes.
Mr. Dacus?
Yes.
Ms. Fitzhugh?
Yes.
Ms. Sanders? Yes. Mr. Gillum?
Yeah.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
All right, this would be item 14 is a discussion and or approval of the SCMS girls volleyball team. So I'll seek a motion that we approve the SCMS, that's a middle school girls volleyball team.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Lamb. Second by Ms. Sanders. Discussion.
As you all know, we started high school volleyball, what, 2 years ago? 3 years ago, sorry. And, it's really taken off, and in order for us, I think, and the high school coach, and then we've had parents in the lower grades approach the administration at the middle school requesting this. And if you want your programs to be good, you have to have good feeder programs. I come from an athletic background. I mean, when I was a coach, I depended on my middle school coaches to have them ready when they got to high school in basketball. And and when it was brought to me, we looked at it, and it's not going to be a huge expense. You'll have to pay. And basically, what I'm asking y'all to do is approve a new position as a volleyball coach, so we can hire a volleyball coach. And then there's some startup cost, I think. And I forgot to print off the email, Ms. Story, but I think it was like $5,000 around there to get all the equipment that you need just to get the program started, and we can handle that within our budget next year. So, just coming to you to approve that we get this going, and hopefully it'll pay dividends later on down the road. And it's just another positive for me. It's another opportunity for kids to be involved in an activity, an extracurricular activity. So I'm for it. We're asking y'all to approve and let us move forward on it.
Mike, this may be a little fast forward a little bit, but if it's approved, how will the season be? Because I know we've got softball, baseball, basketball. How's that going to work?
It's a fall sport like football.
Okay, it'll be just, okay.
It goes on at the same time
Okay.
football does.
Okay, thank you.
And the middle school season is going to be shorter, from what I can gather, than a high school season. So it should, we'll just have to work out if there is any conflicts with the gym usage. We have other gyms. We'll have to, like we do now.
Okay.
I mean, but it's something that there's been a lot of people ask for it, and so we try to keep up with the times, and so that's why I would recommend that we do this.
Mike, is it a district around here that has middle school volleyball?
There's
Or you
middle
just have to
there's
find
middle
somebody
school
who wants to play
there's
it,
middle
man.
school there's middle schools that have volleyball. I think does Houston can't can Miss Story, because she
We'll have to suspend the rules. I'm sorry.
Motion to suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend the rules by Mr. Dacus. Second by Mr. Lamb. All those in favor of suspending the rules? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Those
Yes.
opposed, no. All right, the rules are suspended. Please.
Yeah, Henry County tried to add
a middle school team this year. But everywhere else that we play in our district for high school has middle school. They have middle school teams, so.
So
Right
what
along
we
with
would
them.
try to do is schedule those, we would schedule those teams as much as we could.
Oh, yeah.
And we're asking to go ahead and get it going so we can put a schedule together for next year too. That's the other part.
So you're ready to start whenever?
We'll start next fall.
This fall?
Yeah.
With the coach, any position of a coach?
Yes.
Okay.
Are there any other questions for Ms. Story before we unsuspend the rules?
Motion to suspend the rules.
Got a motion to unsuspend the rules by Mr. Lamb, a second by Mr. Dacus. All those in favor for unsuspending the rules signify by saying yes. Yes, those opposed, no. All right, the rules are unsuspended. We are now in normal mode. All right, any more discussion about this middle school volleyball? I'm gonna ask for a roll call.
Mr. Dacus?
Yes.
Ms. Fitzhugh?
Yes.
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Gillum?
Yes.
Mr. Lamb?
Yes.
Mr. Morgan?
Yes. All right, item 15 is the director's report.
I just have a few things. First of all, we had, I guess the last board meeting, we talked a little bit about letter grades for the schools and so forth, but the state, we also get I guess a grade or evaluated through the federal government for accountability. And we did really well on that. We're an advancing district, which is one below the highest you can get, which is exemplary. And we've missed exemplary by a very small margin, just a few things. But I would like to point out that Dover Elementary School was a reward school for, again, I forget how many that is. So Mr. Saunders, they continue to do great work out there, like all our schools do, but they were a reward school again this year. Just coming up in the future, we have spring break right around the corner. I know all the teachers are dreading that, but the students I know are happy about it. And right after spring break, we come back for a week, and then we start the TCAP EOC season, and we will be going in full test mode, and I think we're going to see some good results from all of our benchmark stuff that we've been looking at over the course of the year. Just based on that data, we're doing a lot of improvements across the district, so I'm really pleased with that. Spring sports are in full swing. If you drive by the baseball field, you'll see that we added a press box, and we had to finish one before we could start the other. So just so everybody knows, we're going to start construction on the softball press box. When is that going to start, Mr.?
Next week?
Yeah, probably Monday. We'll start on that. So I think it takes about a week and a half to get it built, and so they should be better at it this second time and faster since they've done the first one. And our maintenance people are doing that, and we absorbed that cost we had the money in the budget this year to do it, so we went ahead and did that. So if you see a new building out there, that's what's going on. It's for the spring sports. And then on a personal level, I attended TOSS last week, our legislative conference, where we met for 2 days and spent one day was spent in discussion with the legislature, and as you all probably know, the topic of the whole week was school vouchers. Our superintendent organization took a stance on it, and they lobbied and spent time in the committee rooms when they were discussing vouchers. I didn't deal yet now because there's been 3 different bills introduced, and it's all getting, so we're not sure where that's going to go, but keep an eye on that. And that will be, that's what Governor Lee's trying to get passed, and of course, those of us in public education, most people are not in favor of it. I feel like it's going to take away from our public schools. But besides that, that's all I have.
All right. Does any school board member have any announcements, anything they want to talk about? All right, I'll seek a motion for adjournment. Motion by Ms. Sanders,
Second.
second by Mr. Lamb. All those in favor of adjournment, signify by saying yes.
Yes.
Yes, those opposed no. Yeses have it, we're adjourned.